walls and dust on everything around me. Talk about home sweet home. It felt like the worst Monday morning. It was actually Thursday, but feelings don't use a calendar. Can't say I'm a fan of Chicago, or my temporary workplace. This office was as bleak as a loan shark's office could be. No color or pictures. Just the smell of tobacco and repressed guilt. Whatever I was doing here better be done quick. The station seems too desolate, too ominous. Nothing was feeling right with this quiet city, especially the force I'm working with.
Oh, there you are, Schmidt.
Chief.
Thanks for coming. So, I'm guessing you're probably wondering why we brought you out here.
What, interior decorating?
Huh, how clever. If only it were that easy. We're down in numbers on the force, rookie. A cop killer has been recently discovered and has taken the life of a third officer. We're gonna need all the local help we can get.
Cop killer? You think these freak shows would be after anything else but trouble?
Exactly. This isn't any hate crime. Something tells me there's a target here on our backs at the station. That's why you were called. The Bureau and I agreed that having someone outside our city would give us a more critical overview of what we're looking for here.
You're gonna introduce me to the new guy, Chief?
Right. Rick, this is Detective Levi Schmidt. And Levi, this is Rick Lopez, our newly promoted Deputy Chief of Police.
You really know how to pick them, David. Big fan of the strong and silent type, yeah?
Geez, cut the man some slack. Don't mind Rick, he's just happy to finally be in a position of authority. Anyways, luckily for you, we have a lead on our culprit. A cashier phoned in near where Officer Adams was found, saying they may have a few answers about the cleaver.
Looks like we're in good hands, Chief. Speaking of good, why don't you come over to my place tomorrow for dinner? My wife cooks a mean tuna casserole, not to mention the plot of land we own is ways away from the city. It'll almost be like a little escape.
Gladly, Rick. Keep me updated on that. And Levi, I'll let you get back to work. Oh, and I read your file. I'm glad we have your skill set. Fighting the good fight. Be careful out there, Levi.
Thanks, Chief. I won't let you down. So my story begins, called all the way from St. Louis to fight some cop killer with an interesting choice of alias from these city dwellers. I'd be more rational and calm with this case, but a part of me feels as if I'm bait for this crook just so this station can get another lead. Unfortunately, I don't get paid to doubt and complain, otherwise I'd be sipping on a scotch in Fiji. Now there's something you don't see sitting around often in the big city. Could this be a signature they left behind or just a coincidence? It's too soon to assume things. I better get a move on. That store our witness is in is still a ways away from my location. He's not the only one on a time constraint after all.
Alright, and there you are. You have a good night, sir. Stay warm out here. The nights are only going to get colder and colder. Hey, buddy, sorry, I just closed. Try again tomorrow, 8 a.m. sharp.
I only need a few things, pal.
All right. How can I help you, officer?
Chief of Police told me a cashier phoned in with word on our murder. I was hoping you might be the guy.
Yeah, I may have seen a few things, but like I said, I only know so much.
Listen, buddy. What you know about this situation is a lot more than I know. So get to it.
Well, for starters, another detective like yourself came in just to browse. Shortly after he left, he was tailed by another guy. Trench coat and a flannel shirt underneath. It was more like a fast walk, honestly. Probably explains why I heard the shot afterwards.
Anything else you can tell me about this guy? Facial hair, tattoos, piercings?
No, sorry. Like I said, he was moving too quick.
Alright, kid. Your day's over. Thanks for your time.
Wait, so you're coming back tomorrow, right? You know what happened to the last detective that didn't buy anything?
Too soon, kid. Any cop from around here would have socked you good. But from a tourist standpoint, I'll take the risk.
A little hypocritical, but hey, you're funeral detective.
None of this is adding up. Flannel shirt along with a trench coat? Seems like nothing than just a hitman or a delusional nobody. Beats working cases about having to listen to sob stories from the missus about their cheating husbands back in Louis. Unfortunately, nobody has an eye or ear to share about the Cleaver. My time's running short, and I have virtually nothing. The time's 5:15, and I can only wish that my cup of whiskey would last me the rest of the night. Better the calmness this empty yet lackluster office bestows upon me. After reading through Officer Adams' files, I was surprised to find little to nothing. I was hoping for any kind of lead. A gambling debt not being paid, loan sharks, the booking of an important figure, just anything. They must have gotten really close when firing off that shot to leave behind that much blood onto this. Safe to assume this crook didn't want any kind of slip-ups, but boy did they mess up. But what does this mean? What if this was intentional? What if I'm the one slipping up? What if it's a calling card? This could really mean anything at this point, but time's still of the essence. I really can't afford to rest. Well, that's just embarrassing. Even worse, I wasn't even woken up. To be fair, this is Adam's office I'm working in. Then again, why would a regular officer be given an office like this?
My wife cooks a mean tuna casserole.
He was no officer. He was the last deputy chief working there, and now it's Rick Lopez, who's one position short of.
Not to mention the plot of land we own is ways away from the city. It'll almost be like a little escape.
That filthy deputy was after his insignia. I hope it's not too late, David.
Freeze! Levi, thank goodness. How'd you find me?
I really can't explain. I just knew I couldn't trust that invite. I wish you didn't either.
It was the death of Adams, wasn't it? Too soon for him to go and for me to be promoted.
No, Lopez. It wasn't just your hunger for power that gave it away. Next time, if you're gonna kill a cop, keep it professional, rather than country casual.
Impressive for a rookie detective. You would have made a great addition to the team once I was chief of police.
Maybe in the next life, Rick. We can talk this over at the station. We can help you get better.
You know, Levi, when I killed those first two officers and Adams, I thought I'd be fine and I could live with the guilt. And here I thought the chief was the one catching on to me.
Don't do it.
That's the thing about trauma, Levi. There's no escaping it, no matter how hard you try.
Lopez, no! You did what you had to do. I'm sorry it had to turn out like this.
So there it is. The Cleaver was on the inside all along. Why his motivations were to climb to the top of the chain will always remain a mystery after all. Why is it people choose to do what they do? Why put yourself in a position that's only going to cause mental harm? How ironic I'm saying that. Rick's ambitions may have been thwarted, but his message went through to me as clear as day. I don't think I'll ever forget what I've done. Hell, I hope this is the last of Chicago.